Deep in the summer of 2020, my wife and I decided to deck out a little van and road trip the great continent of Australia. So join us as we explore the east coast of the land down under. In episode 1, we leave our beautiful rainforest home of the Mossman and Port Douglas area and head through the tablelands west to central Queensland and way out to the Cobbold Gorge. The plan was to start at one of my favourite places in far north Queensland, the Mount Hypipamee Crater. From there we'd head out to the Undara lava tubes, and in true Jesse fashion, I failed to book ahead. So for my first tip of the day, book ahead. This happened to be just the start of our troubles. Look at the state of this road. It's a multi-million-dollar complex with infinity pools and fancy bars. The old girl can't handle this. Plywood and wood screws. The van we've worked so hard on will rattle to pieces. There's no escaping. Unless you go, of course, on the side of the road, which is always the safest course. Imagine the side of the road is in better quality than the actual. This is about the time where I started to lose my cool. Cobbold should be ashamed of themselves, and they should buy me a new van. While my car rattles to death for the next 3 hours, I'm going to give you my opinion of the Cobbold Gorge. So we didn't do the tour. Who doesn't like a good old rant? So all I had was this in my mind, and I just wanted to get it out of the way as quickly as possible. Just a heads up, this goes on for a while. It'd be a beautiful gorge, but you're not going to get to see it from the campsite. Almost done. I'm gonna stick around for any longer than I had to. Anyway, so these are my opinions, and there's probably going to be more in the next 2 hours and 55 minutes of this rubbish. It's about to get worse. No. Now I've come across a half-dead kangaroo that's been hit by a car. So, for the first time in my life, I'll have to put down a flipping kangaroo. Do not want to do this. We've stopped for some maintenance, just checking the oil and the water. But this is coming in. There's nothing like a outback storm. We're now in Townsville. We'll reset, maybe have a scrub and a shave, and unfortunately assess the damage. Look at that. Every orifice of our poor little van is covered in dust. So right now I'm in the process of taking absolutely everything out, giving it a good clean. I've been at it for a good couple of hours, Becky too. So half of the stuff is back in. Becky's gone to do other stuff now. She knows that I go a little bit overboard, and should be right, because right now I'm doing parts that don't need to be done. Well, we are done with Townsville, and it is hot. Where we'll go next, nobody knows, but you'll know if you watch the next episode. No diggity, no doubt, we out.